Welcome back to the Marine Corps Movie Minute, where we discuss the movie Heartbreak Ridge 1 minute at a time. Today we're discussing minute 26. I am one of your hosts, Brian Lockhart.
And I'm Jack Perry.
Minute 26 begins with one of the Recon Marines claiming, "We take care of ourselves." And it ends with Gunny Highway stating, "Well, well, well, well." I wonder what he's welling about.
oh, I think we'll uncover that here pretty soon.
Yeah, we'll get to that. So, we pick up from last minute where Gunny came in and introduced himself by throwing a radio and yelling at everybody. So obviously one of the Marines in Recon Platoon there stated, "We take care of ourselves." And Clint Eastwood responds with, "You guys could take care of a wet dream."
Yeah, classic line.
Yeah.
I love it. You're completely unfazed. And Gunny Highway, to his credit, is really big on destruction of government property. He smashes a radio, a pool cue.
I don't know if it was planned or not, but when he smashes that pool cue, those guys legitimately look concerned and jump a little.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's just good acting or if they didn't expect that to happen, you know?
Well, I think the only Academy Award winning actor in this scene is Tom Highway. I don't, I don't know if there's a whole lot of exceptional acting in this film. It's a good movie, but I mean, I think that Clint Eastwood decided to destroy a pool cue.
When he does that too, like, his reaction afterwards is kinda like, "Oh, shit," like, because it goes flying and he's just kinda, like, standing there gritting and just like he's in the moment, you could tell.
Yeah. he's he's just on it, and then he grabs that one dude by the nose, which we haven't figured out who's who yet, right? We don't have the names of the folks.
Right, like, last minute, I could just kinda mention who some of the actors were. Well, we already know that we got, Mike Gomez and Ramon Franco.
Yep.
We saw them, and then they're the ones that don't habla
Yeah.
no speak English.
Yeah.
And then we mentioned that Tom Villard, Vincent Irizarry, and Rodney Hill were there.
Yeah.
They're the actors. The blonde guy and the dark-haired guy standing in the background, they're real Marines, part of of this platoon or this battalion. That
Yeah.
was their squad bay. And I actually was looking at a video with Pete Koch, who plays Swede, and
Oh.
he had mentioned that everybody in the background. We
Mhm.
speculated this in previous minutes. All these guys in the background who aren't, the main actors that are of Recon Platoon, they're all real Marines.
Yeah. I believe that, man, because I don't know, you've been around them enough, I've been around them enough. You can kinda spot them. You just see they move like Marines, they stand like Marines, they behave like Marines, especially Marines in active service, right?
Yeah.
And the actors you can kinda pick out because they're actors.
And he had stated too that, like, Clint Eastwood kinda hired them as extras, but then while they weren't just, like, in the background or, like, these guys were just there to kind of fill out the ranks, they kinda were also like consultants. They would help the actors be more Marine-like, "Stand this way, do this,
Yeah.
hold a weapon a certain way." So it was kinda like a smart move. It's like, "Well, I'm not gonna get extras, I'll just hire the Marines there."
Yeah. Yeah, give them something to do. "Hey,
Yeah.
hey, we need a working party, raise your hand." Nobody raises their hand. "Okay, alright, fine." Who wants to go work with Clint Eastwood?
That's one working party I would definitely join.
Oh, hell yeah, that would be an awesome one.
So, yeah, and I guess he confirmed too that, these were the real squad base or Quonset huts that, that these guys lived in. They filmed on location.
Yeah.
We haven't even made it a couple seconds into the minute, and Clint Eastwood's already got the good one-liner of "They can't take care of a wet dream." But as he does that, he's ripping a pool cue out of the Marine's hand.
Yeah.
Then he smashes it, and he's like, "You men do not impress me," and that's when he breaks it.
Yeah. Yeah, that is what we like to call in the business firing for effect.
I mean, he is intense, and I have that written in my notes. I just have intense.
Yeah. Yeah. Pushes that dude down in the chair after grabbing his nose. Yeah, this is great.
Well, and that's the thing, like, so we don't learn their names just yet, but he grabs one of the Marines comes up and says, "Recon platoon kicks butt."
Yeah. Yeah, completely, yeah, I'm not sold.
Well, what's funny about that is he's trying to be all tough. Everybody else seems a little, nervous after he broke the pool cue, and he's kind of like, like, "You do not impress me," and all that, and they're just standing
Mhm.
there. But but that Marine, he comes up and tries to talk some junk, but he's saying it in the most non-threatening manner. He's like, they kick butt, they don't kick ass,
Yeah,
like
yeah. Well, too, you read immediately. I mean, I don't know the guy that played him. Honestly, I've seen him in other stuff, but it's usually the lesser intelligent of the group. That's usually where the actor falls in, whatever his typecast is.
yeah.
I don't know if it's just because he's got a dumb face or what, but
Well, I'm glad you said you didn't know who he was because I happen to have a little information about him.
cool. Somebody did prep work.
So I'm saving some of the information, like because these guys are prominently featured, but I figured one of these guys is more prominently featured later, and I realized that, so I'm going to save who he is, and we don't quite learn all their names yet,
Hmm.
but that actor who got his nose grabbed and who kicks butt, that's Tom Villard. I especially noted that he wasn't born there, but he was raised in Spencerport, New York, which is one of the suburbs of Rochester, where I'm from.
Oh, is that so? So that's where the
Yeah.
dumb comes from.
It
Sorry.
no no
Nick
comment.
Tahoe's Nick Tahoe's for the win.
Right, exactly. See your idiot and raise you a garbage plate.
Yeah. And Niagara Falls.
Now who's the idiot?
Yeah, no. Point taken.
Yeah, so anyway, I thought that was neat because that jumped right out to me when I saw that. But I know Tom Villard from a bunch of movies. I told you right before we started recording that I saw on IMDb, and I totally forgot about this. There's a movie called High School USA,
Yeah, yep.
and
You did tell me about it, yep.
yeah, and I actually have it on right now in the background. It was a made-for-TV movie. I think it was before Back to the Future. Michael J. Fox is the star. Nancy McKeon, Joe from Facts of Life.
Mhm.
She's the main, she's the main girl. Anthony Edwards is the preppy guy who's the foil for Michael J. Fox.
Yeah.
And it's literally got every like teenager TV, it's got like Todd Bridges, and it's got his sister on not Facts of Life, but Different Strokes. It's got Tom Villard's in it, and he plays a dummy in that too. Marty McFly's dad is in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Chris McGlover's in it,
Okay.
and then all the teachers are like Bob Denver's in it. He plays somebody's dad. Eddie Haskell's in it. I think he plays somebody else's dad. Wally from Leave It to Beaver, he's the principal.
Okay.
So yeah, it's totally TV, and I probably saw it 1,000 times on HBO when I was a kid.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so so I put it on just to see if I remember Tom Villard, and sure enough, here he comes walking in. In fact, right now he's looking at a robot, and he's looking all like fascinated and being the dumb character, just like you said.
Yeah. So when was that movie made?
I think it was 1982.
Oh, so he was, well, just a little bit younger than he was now.
Yeah, because this is what, 86 that
Yeah.
this was filmed, and of course well, he's probably about 47 playing a 17-year-old on this
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. Just sell I guess it does make him a better actor than I thought.
Right. But, he's been in a bunch of things. He did a lot of TV. He had a role in Grease 2. He was in that Shakes the Clown movie. It's either with Bobcat. I think it was with Bobcat, right?
Oh,
Or was that Bill
yeah.
Murray? Yeah.
I think it's Bobcat. I never saw it, but it sounds familiar.
I've
I'm
seen
just
it.
disappointed that you know anything about Grease too.
Oh, come on. Well, it's no Grease. It's no Grease
No,
1, but,
no,
hey,
I don't even like Grease 1.
well, we can't all be right. The best thing about Grease 2 is Adrian Zved.
Oh, that guy. Oh,
Yeah.
what the hell?
The lesser Danny Zuko.
That's awesome.
Grease 1 is legitimately a good movie. I like that movie. I ran track my high school year, my senior year of high school. I was by no means a jock, but I ran track, my senior year because I was already signed up to go to the Marine Corps, and I'm like, well, what better way
Yeah, been doing a lot
to
of running.
yeah, so I did it. But I'd wear my leather jacket over my track uniform. Like, what?
That doesn't surprise me at all.
What? It's so weird. Maybe I took that a little too serious. I don't know. Let's just keep talking. This is the Tom Villard minute. He was, I guess he was in a couple horror movies like Popcorn, and he, like I said, he was in like a bunch of TV stuff. But the thing I always remember him in is he was in One Crazy Summer with
Oh, yeah. John Cusack.
John Cusack and Demi Moore's in that. But he
Yeah.
plays Bobcat Goldthwait's twin brother.
What?
Oh yeah.
Do
Well,
what?
not all twins have to be identical.
Okay.
That movie has one of the best scenes ever filmed, and it's actually got Booger from Revenge of the Nerds in it
Oh,
too.
yeah, he was in everything.
Yeah, and he's all, he's a sensitive guy. He's gonna have to be sent off to military school, and he's all sad and all that. So Bobcat's sitting there. He's like, let me tell you a story. Of course, he's doing a Bobcat voice. He's
Yeah.
like, he's about a little fat kid that nobody liked, nobody loved, and he had a twin brother, and everybody said he didn't look anything like him. And of course, Tom Villar's looking at him, getting all sad, and he's like, but he wanted to look like him. You want him. And so, Booger goes, "Hey, are you that little fat kid?" He goes, "No, no, no. I used to beat the shit out of him." He goes, "I used to grab him and go, 'Why are you so fat? Why are you so?'" Beat the shit out of him.
Now I wanna go back and rewatch that movie.
Yeah, One Crazy Summer is a great movie.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that in so long. That's the one where he does a little animated feature at the end of it, right? He's like an artist or something?
Yeah, it's like sprinkled throughout the whole movie.
Gotcha.
It opens on that, and then as he's like trying to figure out love, he's like writing a comic about love, and it would have like more animation, and
Yeah.
then they kind of like make a movie or like a trailer.
Yeah, to save something at the end of the movie because it's always about saving something, and yeah, I always get
Yeah,
those early John Cusack movies mixed up with, I can never remember the one that was the kid with the $2. Like, one of them's just yeah, one of them's like a snow movie, and the other one's, something else, and there's
yeah, it's Better Off Dead, and that
that
has
was
like
it.
it's almost like a similar kind of tone of movie.
Yeah.
And I feel like One Crazy Summer gets forgotten about, and Better Off everybody remembers Better Off Dead, which, that's also got Booger in it, and it
Yeah.
also has, like, it's got animation and stuff. That movie's outstanding. But One Crazy Summer is a spiritual sequel to that, and it is outstanding.
That's cool.
I can't say
Yeah,
enough good things about that.
yeah.
I'll change gears a minute, and, sadly, Tom Villard passed away in 1994 because of AIDS-related pneumonia. He
Oh,
was,
no.
yeah, he was, at some point, he became, openly gay on TV, and I think I read an article where he went on, like, Entertainment Tonight. He's like, "Yeah, basically ever since I, you know, came out and also mentioned that I have AIDS, I can't even audition anymore."
Huh.
And I think he started getting a little extra work, after that, and when he passed away, somebody who started a foundation for people who are, living with AIDS and stuff in his name. So
Okay.
yeah, but I guess hadn't realized that he had passed away so long ago.
I didn't realize he passed away at all.
Yeah, he was only like 40 years old. He was pretty
Oh.
young. So, but anyways, let's get off this sad note and get back to Clint Eastwood talking shit. One more thing about Tom Villard is he's, talking, he says we kick butt. Clint Eastwood grabs him by the nose and just holds him there, keeps talking, saying his speech.
Yeah.
You guys, I'm here to whip you into shape, and he throws him on the chair. But I noticed he's wearing a Sylvester the Cat shirt,
Ye yeah.
which I don't know. It made me laugh. The rest of the guys are wearing either like button down shirts, kind of almost like Hawaiian shirts,
Yeah.
or Billy shirts, if you would.
Yeah, Billy shirts, yeah, and they're still called Billy shirts around my house.
Right there, you go. But the rest of the guys got like Marine shirts on and stuff like that, and well, there's
Just
a
the
Marine.
one, really.
Yeah, well, you're right, you're right. And the other guy's got, what is that, like a surf shirt, it looks like, maybe?
Yeah. Yeah, Ocean Pacific or whatever that OP.
Well, actually, I do wanna mention one other guy because, unfortunately, I can't think of another scene where he's prominently like, it's all about him. So,
Mhm,
one of the Marines standing there with a pool cue is, Rodney Hill.
mhm.
He hasn't done too much. He was in Wildcats, the football movie.
Okay, yeah. With, was it with Goldie Hawn?
Yeah,
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 okay,
and,
I remember that one. Yeah.
isn't Wesley Snipes in that too? And Woody Harrelson. Aren't they both in that one?
Oh man, it's been so long since I've seen it. I kind of remember bits and pieces, but yeah, I mean, it sounds about right.
Yeah, I think well, I feel like I'm right, but who knows?
You have a microphone that makes you right.
Right. Well, if not, if anybody's listening and wants to join the Marine Corps Movie Minute Quarter Deck Facebook page, tell us we're wrong.
Oh boy, stand by for rough seas. Everybody's about to start telling us we're wrong. Oh, that's all it takes. Shit, I've been waiting my whole entire life for this.
These are people that agree with us.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think they're just fans of the show just so they can tell us how fucked up we are.
Rodney Hill was also in House Party, the Kid and Play movie.
Kid and Play movie, yeah.
Yeah. Heartbreak Ridge makes House Party look like House Party 2.
God, choke yourself.
Do you even know what that's from?
I do, but I can't remember. But I do remember. I do remember the reference. I just don't remember what movie it's from.
Well, House Party 3. Shut the fuck up. It's from Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
That's it. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, Christ.
I just went through and watched all those movies because I got Reboot. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to go through and rewatch all of them. Let's give a plug to another podcast that I enjoy. I've been going through the Jay and Silent Bob Minute.
Oh.
And they're currently doing Chasing Amy. So give that a listen because that's a fun time. All right, but let's get back to our podcast. Don't worry about anybody else's. I noticed in the background. Well, we're kind of jumping around because Clint Eastwood's basically got this whole spiel.
Yeah. Oh no, man. Let's bounce. Let's play some ping pong.
Oh yeah, there's so much in this minute though. Honestly.
Yeah, there really is. It's a good minute, and the best part is coming up.
Yeah, because I was really I was laughing doing my notes and all that. But what did Clint Eastwood say? So basically, he's here to basically get them in shape. Yeah, and they said they're going to start acting like Marines like right now, basically. He said just because your last sergeant was a
pussy,
and let you slip and slide, that shit ends right now. So, have you ever had a slip and slide?
Well, yes, more as an adult, and it wasn't exactly a slip and slide.
So are you referring to the slip and slide sex act that I found on Urban Dictionary? I'll refrain from going through what exactly it is. But let's talk about slip and slides. The toy.
Oh, the children's toy?
Manufactured by Wham-O in 1961. Invented by Robert Carrier. It's a long sheet of thin plastic that you basically wet and then scar up your knees when you go sliding off of it.
Or you hit a rock. There's a rock buried underneath it. You fall. You find every little thing that's sticking up out of the yard on a damn slip and slide. Everything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It is recommended for children because adults will kill themselves if they try to do it.
Yeah, and the drunk. Yeah, and adults are never sober trying to do a slip and slide.
And adults can do the adult version of slip and slide that I hinted at earlier.
Also drunk.
Yeah, so he said because the last platoon sergeant was just a short time remark in the days. He said, so you're going to start acting like Marines right now. And if you notice, like none of those guys have regulation haircuts.
Well, no, not the regulation haircuts that we were used to.
No, I mean some of them have the little fade in the back, but like the dude with the sunglasses, I mean he's
more Navy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. It's pretty blatant, that they need a haircut.
Yeah.
Pretty much all of them do. The only guys that are pretty much within regs are the guys who are real Marines in the background. But even the top of their hair is pretty long.
Yeah, it's pretty long.
One of the Marines is like, "Who invited you, anyways?" He's like, "I'm not doing this because I want to take long showers with you assholes."
Yeah, I mean that is his job, right? It's not only to lead these men, but it's also to train them and protect them. It's a funny moment, but there's a sense of truth in this. They're there to look after each other, and the more prepared they are, the less likely that they're going to get all shot up over dumb shit just because they don't know.
Okay, well, you brought up two things I wanted to touch on. First off, the very next line, he says, and I don't want to get my head shot off in some far away land because you don't habla comprende.
Yeah.
Rah, yes, Gunny, So he calls them right out on their bullshit not speaking English,
Yeah.
And like you said, yeah. But in the background, right up there, they have the banner right over the door.
Right.
It says Bravo Company Amphibious Reconnaissance And then it's got a saying at the bottom which says, "The more you sweat in peace, the less you bleed in war."
Yep, from Sun Tzu.
Yeah, and I was wondering, I wasn't sure if that was exactly from it or not, but it was listed as an old Chinese proverb a lot of times. And
Mhm.
then I saw that Chiang Kai-shek in 1939, the Chinese general,
Mhm.
he quoted that as well. But I've also seen it attributed to General Patton. Obviously, they didn't come up with it; they're re-quoting it. And then
Right.
Norman Schwarzkopf was, I see that one came up a lot because I guess he did a speech at like the Naval Academy, and he that was one of the lines from that that stuck out. But he
Okay.
didn't, again, he didn't originate that. It was an old Chinese proverb. So there's different variations of it too. The more you sweat in practice instead of peace.
Right.
Instead of in war, it was battle. Just stuff like that. Just minor tweaks of the same general sentiment.
Right. Yeah, preparation is key.
Right, and honestly, it's been tweaked also for a lot of fitness, like CrossFit places, and like
Yeah.
gyms. They use that too. So I mean, but it gets a point across.
Yeah.
Anyways, all of a sudden you just hear in the background, "Baby, you look so fine, and you got that big behind."
Yeah. Yeah.
And in comes strolling in Stitch Jones in a towel, high tops, yeah, sunglasses. He's got a necklace on, an earring in. Of course, I noticed his necklace says funk.
Yeah, yeah, and the look on Stitch's face, man. I've had a look of face. I had that same look on my face when I'm doing something I shouldn't have done when I was a kid, and Dad come walking in. I didn't even realize, Pop was in the house, and you're like, oh no, it's just a childish look. It's just this look of a, oh no, I'm about to get a spanking.
What's funny about that too is, Clint Eastwood, he hears a guy singing, he kind of is like, all right, here's another guy I can mess with. And as soon as he turns around, you see the realization on his, because he's like, who the fuck's singing? Who's coming in? And he turns around just like nonchalantly. They make eye contact, and of course,
Yeah,
Stitch, I think, realizes,
I got your ass.
yeah, yeah. Stitch slowly pulls the glasses off, freezes, and like you said, he's got that look like, uh-oh. But when Gunny realizes who he is, and you just see the realization in his eyes, and it goes from even like more focused.
Yeah, yeah.
We've said this before, but Clint Eastwood is a great eye actor.
Yeah.
Like, what he's thinking just by the way he turned his head and his face and makes that look, and he goes, "Well, well, well,
Yeah.
well," and, and then he starts approaching Stitch Jones in the minute end.
Yes, some of Clint Eastwood's best lines are lines where he didn't say anything. He just had the right facial expression. You just like, oh, it says it all.
Clearly, we're gonna have to wait the next minute to find out what exactly is said to between these two. But
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, they're long lost friends.
oh yeah, well yeah, they had that adventure together on the bus.
Yeah, yeah. They had a meal together. Yeah, they're buddies. Shared a beer.
Right, they broke bread, shared a beer, exactly. So it's a perfect little like cliffhanger for the next minute.
Oh yeah, this was one of those minutes that timed it just right because you didn't have anything else to say. It wasn't cut off, nothing. It was just like, okay, shit, here we go.
Right. I'm noticing a lot of these like recruit posters are in the background, and they're all ones that we saw when we were in.
Yep.
They were still in use a good 10. It was like 10 years later from when this
Yeah.
was filmed, and they're all. I mean, I recognize most of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of them I think I was recruited to.
Right, exactly. And in one of the Foot Lockers or whatever it is they're called, they got that camouflage Marine sticker. It's like
Hmm.
camouflage and it says Marines, and it's like
Yep.
you saw them on bumper stickers everywhere. Like,
Yeah, yeah, until just a few years ago, actually. Now
yeah,
they're all faded. They got I don't even know if they even make those stickers anymore. They make the Eagle Globe and Anchor ones, but I don't know that they make the traditional bumper sticker Marine stickers that you can find unless you go to like Sergeant Grit. I don't think the Marines make them.
yeah. I mean, I see a lot. There's an Army Navy store near me, and they have all that stuff. But I see them everywhere now. But I see it's the red and yellow, and it says U.S. Marines, or it's
Mm,
got the, like you said, Eagle Globe and Anchor with it, or something like that. And I see
yeah.
those, but this like I got that in like a pamphlet when I signed up. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Hey, here's your boot starter kit. Put this on.
Basically,
Yeah.
they have a chalkboard in their Quonset hut here.
Yeah, I saw that. I've been trying to figure out what's on it.
Okay, so I think it's gonna come into play later for it says, so it's got a square and it says ammo in the square, like a box. And
Mhm.
around it's a bunch of circles, and I assume that's like bushes. And
Oh,
then
okay.
you can see
Like a
it towards the end
class.
of yeah, I think it's yeah, you can see it just as Stitch comes out of the shower and is singing. So around the ammo field is it says path. So there's like two lines that are clearly meant to be a path, and then off of the path at the top it says bluff. So
Mhm.
obviously, and then just next to that there's like a crossroads. So some sort of intersection. It's
Okay.
not labeled, but it's like an intersection. And I'm guessing that comes into play later. And if I remember to mention it when there's a scene in the movie, I'll bring it up then. That I
Okay.
think this is basically what they do when they're out doing their, marine shit.
Gotcha. Yeah. Also, too, I mean, this because this wasn't active like a legit Marine barracks. This could have been just a normal thing that they just left up there for, for atmosphere, but it could have been an actual training course or, you know, any other things. But yeah, I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, like you said, it very well could be. It just could have been stuff that was already there. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's just stuff I literally never paid attention to before
Mm,
until we're breaking it down minute by minute.
yeah. In reality, as we talk, right, we're watching each minute, we'll say 20 or 30 times. So
Seems
by the
like
time we're done talking about this, we'll have seen on top of all the times we've seen the movie before then, we'll have seen it an additional 20 to 30 times.
yeah, no, yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah. You're watching it in little bite-sized sections, but still, it's like, yeah, we're really getting kind of getting that score up there. How many times have you seen Aliens? Oh, I've seen it 500 something plus times. Okay, and I've seen this close second is Heartbreak Ridge, a whole big bunch.
Yeah, in one sitting.
In one sitting. Yeah.
Well, do you have anything else you want to talk about in this minute before we say goodbye?
No, no, I think we pretty much beat this one to death.
I agree. Why don't everybody come back and join us on Friday for minute 27, and Marine Corps Movie Minute podcast kicks butt. I'm going down a rabbit hole here. Let's
Punch
circle
out,
back.
Goose.
Right, exactly. I'm bailing out. Well, Perry, I did not start this podcast so that I could take long showers with you, asshole.
Yes, you sure did.
See, and I thought I had it all fucking set up instead of trying to like do it on the fly, and it was terrible.
You didn't sell it.
No, I fucking no sold it. Yeah, I should have just fucking went with it.
Oh, this look on fucking Stitch's face.
Yeah.
It's great. He's like, oh, gulp.
Yeah, that's the only thing missing. Gulp, like a cartoon when you see them swallow.
Oh, this is great. It's not even a barracks room. Where the fuck is he just walking in here in his fucking towel? What's he doing? He's just walking in here in a fucking towel and slip. Did you notice that? Like, where's his stuff?
That's a good point. He's got his little shower thing, and then
Were you lost?
I'm gonna bring something up about that next minute. So
Yeah. I'm like, wait a minute.
well, maybe just look. He's in pretty good shape. If I look like that, I might just
Be walking around. Hi there.
Whoa. Which way to the gym?
Yeah. As soon as the goddamn podcast was over, we were recording. Are we still recording?
We're still recording.
We should just leave this in.